Hello, welcome to Accounting 2010 Chapter 15 videos, Video 1, the SEC's EDGAR. In this course, in Accounting 2010, you will be required to perform a financial statement analysis project. And in order to do this, the best place that you can go is to the SEC's EDGAR website. So what is the SEC's EDGAR website? Well, the SEC, as you know, stands for the Securities and Exchange Commission, and EDGAR is simply a database that gathers the financial statements and other types of disclosures for publicly traded companies. EDGAR actually stands for the Electronic Data Gathering, Analysis, and Retrieval. And it is in EDGAR that we can find many types of documents concerning different publicly traded companies. So every semester you'll be asked to perform an analysis on two similar companies. For the purpose of this video, we are going to be looking at Kohl's and Macy's. So the best thing to do is to go ahead and launch out to EDGAR and see what that looks like. So here we are at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on the page where we can find the different companies. And there you see EDGAR company filings. And if you look up here, we have the sec.gov/EDGAR/search EDGAR. But you can go ahead and if you typed in your search button sec.gov EDGAR, it should pull you up to this page. Also, if you look under the filings buttons, if you get the main page of EDGAR, of the SEC, it will have company filing search. That will be what you'll be clicking. But here we are, we're on the page, and so I'm going to go ahead and type in Macy's so we can take a look at this. And there you'll see Macy's, and click the search. And depending on the company that you are searching, you may have just a few choices, but you could have also hundreds of choices. In the case of Macy's, we have 3. Bryant Macy, well, that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the store. There's Macy's Retail Holdings, so these are holdings of the store. But here's the actual Macy's Retail Department Stores. And there's a few other numbers and terms on there that I'll just tell you about really quickly. So the SEC, the SIC stands for the Standard Industrial Classification Code, and then you have the CIK. The CIK, it's a unique number that the SEC assigns to individuals and corporations who file disclosure documents, and that is another number that you'll see on there. So we can have different findings based on what the SIC, if I click on SIC, what it's going to pull up are other types of companies which are similar to Macy's. So if you're ever doing a research project and you need to find other companies, if you click on that SIC, you're going to come up with different companies like Dillard's is in there. Probably actually could find Kohl's in there as well if we scroll down and there's Kohl's. So that's what the SIC stands for. Then if we go to this CIK, that's that unique number that's been assigned to Macy's, and we click on that, it's going to take us out to all the different documents that have been filed by Macy's with the SEC. And if we scroll down, we have 8Ks, those are report items if there have been changes in the company that the investors need to know. 10Qs, those are quarterly documents. But we're going to be looking for the 10K. The 10K is the annual financial statement that's been added. So we're already past the first 40. We didn't find a 10K. We'll go ahead and go to the next 40. And there we go. There's the 10K, the financial statement, the annual financial statements for Macy's. I also want you to notice this. There's documents and there's interactive data. The documents are PDFs that have been uploaded. Interactive data indicates that these are documents that have been uploaded using XBRL. XBRL is a programming language similar to HTML with the internet, but XBRL allows companies to code the financial statements for a very easy search. XBRL only came into play after about 2008. It wasn't required, so if you were to look at any of these companies prior to 2008 and some later depending on their size, you would not see these interactive data tools. It has made it very nice and very easy to search financial statements using XBRL. Searching in a PDF is much more cumbersome, and I will go ahead and show you how nice and organized it is using XBRL. So I click on the interactive data of the 10K, and there you have Macy's XBRL coded documents, and it's very easy for us to see where to go. Financial statements, notes to the financial statements, accounting policies. You will be using these through the rest of the semester, and you'll certainly use them in your project to find the answers to some of the questions. So one of the things I want to point out, they're going to be asked, what size is your company? Well, you can find it right here on this page. Large accelerated filer is Macy's, but I want you to look it up as to why that is the case. I want you to look up what this means, and when they ask you the size of the company, I want you to explain why it is a large accelerated filer. So what we're going to be doing now is looking at the financial statements, clicking out, and you will see the financial statements that we've been studying. We have this consolidated statements of income, income statements, balance sheet. We've got shareholders' equity, and there's that statement of cash flows. We're going to quickly go out to the statement, the income statement, and look. You know most of this already. In chapters 5 and 6, we'll be looking at inventory and cost of sales. Selling general administrative expenses. These are cost of doing business. You've got your income or loss, interest expense. One of the questions you're going to be asked is about what was your tax expense. So you can go ahead and look here and find your tax expense for the year. But you'll be able to find all the answers to your questions by looking at the income statement and the balance sheet and the shareholders' equity. So that is a brief explanation of the SEC's web EDGAR site and how you can get there to find your companies in your financial statement analysis. In the next video, we're going to actually talk about different types of tools of analysis that we can use to analyze financial statements. And to do this, we will be using our Road Runner's Roost for a very simple example of different types of analysis.